It says I'm live, so I'm talking like I'm alive. Let's do this. Seasonal change, strange, or seasonal strange change. I think it's the other way. It's the first way I said it. Excuse me. Where we live, supply and demand is the most important thing. It doesn't matter what kind of business you have, what kind of business education you have, or what kind of whatever you have. Supply is the demand, okay? So we have the supply, which gives life. That's the natural resource. We're from a natural resource planet and a natural resource longitude, latitude, that is Africa, and the waters that separates the earth in so many ways actually had the earth together in many ways in the historical complex. And we know that, we see that, how things work, move, and all that, okay? So geographically, and we know what, wow, so I'm talking about my eyes. We know what that truly means, okay? Rock mineral is the life force, and the plants do that in a way that is taught to live in accordance to what it is we're supposed to be doing, okay? So in that, in Little Rock, Arkansas, we have the opportunity in a massive way, and not only in finance, but also in scientific and just the basic fundamentals of the hustle and bustle every day, not having to have so much concrete jungle, so much technology, so many different people, all of that to set ourselves up for the future, for savings in many ways, saving the planet, saving the money that you supposedly be earning, and thus saving our lives. Now, to ignore that, you're not participating intellectually in that. It's too minor and it's too childish to not do that. If you have some disease, some ailment that is killing you, taking you out, you must take into account the truth that it has. When you're here in so many places, like Africa represents the beginning of mankind, well, Little Rock, Arkansas represents what? A natural state, the beginning of it, of something in the most simple way. They called this the retirement place, all those things, yet we are some of the most inventive people based on that. It's just we have to learn to use that and to learn to use our brains in full capacity, because we have the opportunity to. Pressure is that, and we're under a lot of pressure right now. Everything we do is pressurized in our life. Death is the common factor in that pressure, and life is the overall perspective in that giving. So we have that to give to the world. We have that to give to ourselves, and that's what I'm all about. That's what I would like to come to. There are many things outside of that that are really meaningless in the way that it had the meaning of it is so minute. So many of us are focused on entertainment in that perspective. We have not had a powerful following or a powerful financial surplus in entertainment here in Little Rock, Arkansas, but people are still trying to pursue that for some reason. And yet, look at the financial spring that we have to drink from in that. And look at all the money spent, look at all the time spent in that, given to that, okay? I can talk about so many different things here in the natural state, and yet the people have not focused their attention on that. 27% of the jobs are agricultural jobs, and that is very important, and yet people want to ride around and pursue things that have very little to do with that. And the city's not set up for you to come forth with a financial surplus in riding around in super expensive cars, fancy cars, super expensive homes, all that. In other places where that is affordable and makes sense, those people take advantage of that because the numbers of people coming to those places have the monies, like New York City, how high the rent is. It's because so many people need a place to live, so they can afford to charge people lots of money, and people pay lots of money for rent, for living per se. But here, we don't have to do that. We can pay very little by using a very small amount of our cash flow, what we make, and to make it into something more very easily. Very easily, you can take $300 or $400, $500, and become a millionaire overnight when you know how to anticipate movement in your life and what's going on in the real world. And the real world is a mechanism, an instrument of the system, which is a great system. The system is perfect. Like as for example, what I'm doing. I'm on a computer talking to people, there's a perfect system. Communication is there. Why would I complain about $169 million police budget that they're not using for us? But when I can get on this thing, speak about what it is we need to do, and most of the people in a city like Little Rock will know about what I'm saying and will understand perfectly what I'm saying in an agricultural way, because most people living in Little Rock are from smaller cities, towns, counties outside of Little Rock, which populate the area, and they have the knowledge to bring forth a healthy lifestyle when they choose to use the land that they live in, where they're from, as that. You could take where you live, where you're from. It could be the poorest county in the state. And yet, if you have moved here, you see the number of people that you can sell fruits and vegetables to. If you can get your land to produce that, bam, you had a windfall. You have a very expensive thing. You can even have the big company, Walmart, or any of those stores that need, the grocery stores in this Little Rock area, and that would need your fruits and vegetables on an ongoing basis. Just using that, and I was going to use this thing to try to bring together the state in the small towns where mostly black people live and all of that. But sometimes things happen, and the people who are giving out money to people who are in need of money, who don't have an opportunity to make money, don't have jobs, or not using their brain to earn a living, have other things to do. And in the situation that I'm in, it's just people just want to just do stupid things and waste money on riding around and causing problems for each other. In places like this, that crime should be a joke. Really, crime should never be a problem. We should never have people killing one another, shooting. For what? There's no overcrowding. Nothing. Even the least amount of jobs that we have, everyone can still have a job in this state. Everyone can have a job in Little Rock, Arkansas. Although the jobs are restaurant jobs, which don't have any pay or anything, yet the cost of living is just as great as if you were living in New York City. Okay, you can make $10 an hour here and live as if you were living a big time living, because the rent, the food costs, your bills can be, to that effect, very small, and thus the pressure on you to make those payments won't be as detrimental to you when you look at it all once you get to it. So the functionality is on the people themselves. Yes, we are to blame. The people of any state, any area, are to blame for any problems in that state. Yes, the parents are. And I know people say, why are you blaming the parents? Because the parents are the people that make up the state. We are the people. We are the shining arm, and we are the shining light in any state. The state cannot make money without the people. So the state makes sure, like right now, the millage increase. Why are they asking for a millage increase? Because they know people have, the money is here. They know the money is here. You wouldn't go into a bank when bank robbers go into a bank, they're going to rob the bank for money. Okay, just as people do anything for something, there is something there that tells them something. So the people that's asking for a millage increase to increase the whatever education for the children, although it's a con artistry, and yet they know the funds are there based on the population and the amount of money that we have coming in the economic commerce that we have here. Transportation, supply and demand going out is huge. Some of the biggest industries in the United States, in the world, are here in Little Rock, Arkansas. We know we're talking about retail. And that means that the money can turn over quickly, fast. It can get into your pockets, into your lifestyle quickly, okay? Not very slow. Some places have the money have to go slow to get to you and all that, but here we have the immediate response with the money getting to us at any time. So I don't know why people are stressed out here about money and jobs, because it's easily made and easily manufactured, and we can go anywhere, states, and make that happen. Transportation is easily dealt with on that as well, because highways, we have a brand new highway here, and we don't have bad traffic. No, we don't. So the people who are so-called struggling with money and finance, it shouldn't have to be. That includes me. So I'm not saying someone else is and someone else shouldn't, but so I have other gifts and talents that I could use to make that happen, you know. So I'm not in any stress or any bad situation to come forth. But the struggle is real, and it's a beautiful thing that I use for myself and for others to know how to do. Now, we have other people all over the world who are people of color who have intellect that is way beyond the simplest thing to do. So when we listen to one another on a regular basis, ongoing basis, every day, daily, we get to become more resonance in that, and we learn from each other in these things. So specifically to say wasting money on this and that, we've had enough of that. I've heard that enough, and people have said it enough, and we should know better. I mean, more people have said that over and over and over again. They have said it to you millions of times. Millions of times they've said that to us. Said it to you, people who, so-called poor people. You are not poor. You're making poor decisions, okay? And it's so pretentious, man. It is incredible. So we can use that in our enlightened self in any way that we can. So too much time is spent on trying to do something that people in other places are doing that need cars, because people in those places have to go a long way to make things happen. Here, we don't have to go that far. And it seems as if we need cars to get things done, but we don't. And if you can just set up a business here, each block, here and there, then the problem with money, transportation is all gone. Man, we can see so many different things here, and